Hey Max Leets, how often do you perform a self-evaluation? So in other words, how often do you really check in with yourself to check on your well-being? See, we always have other people that usually will check on us, like, hey, how are you doing? And we'll say, oh, I'm fine, or oh, I'm not good, or whatever. But how often do we do that for ourselves? And a lot of times, we rarely do it. We just go through our day, 1 day, 1 hour, or even 1 minute at a time. And we don't think about maybe how is this day affecting us. So there's 3 questions you can ask yourself at the end of the day that would really, really help you perform a self-evaluation. So the first question is, how do I feel? And if you really want to rate yourself, you can rate yourself on a 1 to 10 scale. So 1 can be, absolutely terrible. Like I just feel the lowest that I can ever feel in my life. And then you can rate the 10 being I'm ecstatic. I'm the best that I've ever felt. 10 doesn't necessarily mean doesn't have to be happy. Right? 1 doesn't mean sad and 10 doesn't mean happy. It's just really about your emotional well-being. So 1 is you are just in a not good place. You feel very, very disempowered, and you feel the lowest you can ever feel. And 10 is essentially the highest. Like you feel secure, you feel great, you feel like focused, whatever that may be. But you are in a great state of well-being. That's the first question to ask yourself. The second question to ask yourself is, what was my role in today's events or the previous events? Now, you can ask this whether your score is a 1 or even if your score is a 10. You never want to just assume that, hey, well, since I'm in a good mood or since I'm fine, I'll just skip over question 2. Question 2 is very important because you want to know what you did to be able to direct the outcome that you have, whether it's a score of 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or any other number. So asking what your role is and really evaluating what were the things that you did, not necessarily what other people did, but what you specifically did during those previous events, will really allow you to be in the driver's seat to help you focus more on what's really going on and what you are doing to influence that score. Question number 3 is, what do I want to do now? So when you really ask that question, what do I want to do now, it allows you to focus on the future in terms of what you're going to do moving forward. So you have your 3 questions that deal with the past, present, and future, right? The present question, how do I feel on a scale of 1 to 10? Question number 2 is the past. What was my role in those previous events? And then question number 3 focuses on the future. What do I want to do now? If you do that every day, at the end of the day, you'll notice and realize that you can be in a much better position, and you can constantly evaluate yourself in a way that you can actually direct and change it for the better. So try that out. Let me know how that works for you guys. Max out.